Okay, so relaxing back on your mats and just being aware of everything that you feel today. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If it's starting to ache or it's creating alarm bells, please don't do it. Just rest on the mat and just join in with the next thing. That's absolutely fine. And that is actually being the most yogic that you can be, because you're honouring your body, you're observing satya, which is truth, and ahimsa, non-harm. So just have a moment to gently ground yourself. If you can imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet or from your tailbone or the back of your body. And just noticing where you are holding tightness and tension. Just scan from head to toe. And just see if with some deep, nourishing belly breaths, you can start to relax the muscle or the joint or whichever part of the body that might be tight and tender. Taking some lovely deep breaths into the belly, and allow the breath to move up into the chest. Feel the rib cage expand and contract. And maybe you even notice a very gentle movement around your shoulders. We'll start with the crown chakra, so just drawing your awareness to the area above the top of your head. Noticing how this feels today. And then your third eye, between the brows. Checking in now with your throat, Vishuddhi, how the neck has felt, how your throat feels, how you're speaking to yourself. And just be aware now of your heart center, the front of the heart and the upper back of your body and your arms and shoulders. Tuning into your solar plexus above your navel, this area of self-worth and self-esteem. And below your navel, Svadhisthana, your sacral chakra, so lower back, lower belly, lower digestive system. And then finally, root chakra, Muladhara, at the base of your spine, also connecting with your legs and toes and just how grounded you feel in life at the moment. So I'm going to join you lying down, and we'll start with our warm-up stretches. So when you're ready, on your inhale, taking the right arm up and over, just let the hand fall to the floor behind you. And then raising the toes of the right foot, bringing the foot into a flexed position, we'll start to stretch. So lowering that leg down, if that feels right for you, and a nice space created in the waist, stretching up with the arm. You can spread out the fingers and feel that stretch into the palm of your hand. And now just gently point your toes on the right side. Feeling a nice stretch across the top of the leg. And then when you're ready, just exhale. Take the arm down to the side of the body. Palms up into Shavasana for a moment. And then when you're ready, left side, inhale, left arm over. And doing the same thing again where we raise the toes, flex into the foot. Just gently lower into the leg, raise up into the arm. Point the toes. And then when you're ready, relax. Arm down to the side of your body. Exhale. And then when you're now ready, inhale, both arms over. And then we can just flex at the feet and point at the toes, flex again and point, and just moving the ankles backwards and forwards, just warming up the body. Okay. Gently, when you're ready, exhale, take the arms down to the side of the body, coming back into Shavasana and just noticing how your body feels from simple stretches. And then when your next inhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Just bring the hands round to the shin, taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, coming up. And just looking between the legs, holding the breath out just for a moment. And then inhale when you're ready to come down. Nice slow movement and gentle stretch of the spine here. Left leg comes in now. Nice deep breath. Exhale up. Feeling that belly fall back to the spine, just holding the breath for a moment. And then inhale down. And now we're going to bring both knees into the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale as you come up. Belly falls to spine. We hold the breath out, external kumbhaka. And then inhale when you're ready to come down. Hold onto your knees and you can just gently rock from side to side. Just notice how it feels on the outer edges of your body and maybe roll in a few circles in both directions, just being aware of your lower back, aware of where you might feel a little bit tight and tender. This is lovely to wake up your digestive system as well. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to roll up to seated and we'll come into our warm-up sequence for all the joints of the body, anti-rheumatic movement. Come onto your cushions if that is comfortable for you, or you can just sit directly on the floor. Whatever is most comfortable for you to sit, just for a few moments. Legs stretched out or crossed, whatever feels right. Okay. Just rest your hands to chin mudra. If you need to shift or adjust yourself at any time, please do. This is your comfort. So we'll just close the eyes for a moment. Have a moment just to tune back into your breath. Feel the breath down to the belly, the movement up into the chest. And then when we're ready, we'll take the chin down to the chest. Just pausing for a moment to feel that lovely stretch in the back of the neck. And then take the chin up to the ceiling, opening up through Vishuddhi, our lovely throat chakra. Feeling that stretch from the chin down the throat. And then we'll take the chin down one more time, just being aware of this simple movement and where any sensations radiate through your body. Up once again to the ceiling. And then returning back to center. And now we're going to tilt the head to the right. So just dropping the right ear to the right shoulder, over to the left, and just being very conscious of what you feel, where you feel the stretch, over to the right again, and then left. Coming back to center, and now we're just going to twist the head as if we're looking over the right shoulder, sweeping over to the left-hand side. Noticing anything new that you feel today. And so same again to the right. And then left. Coming back to center. We're going to drop the chin down to the chest and just do a full rotation of the head all the way round. Nice and slowly in one direction. And then in the other. Can you hear all the little funny noises? All the clicks and creaks. When we move our neck, it is associated with how we view the world and what we can see around us. Coming back to center. So blinking your eyes open now, we're going to take the hands in front of us and then thumbs in, thumbs out. Like you're flicking water off of your fingers. And then palms up and down. When we work the hands and the arms, we're enhancing the energy in our heart and our lungs and the large and small intestine meridians. And then we'll rotate. And it just gives us a moment to think about all the parts of our body. Let's go the other way a few times. Notice if you're tight with your breath or whether you can breathe to belly. Palms up, deep breath in. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, just tuning into the elbows now. And just keeping fingers on the shoulders and just rotating round. Loosening up what often tends to be a very tight part of the body, shoulders and hips, knees. Ooh, got to be aware of these areas. And the other way a few times. Lovely. Okay, just slip off your cushions if you're on them. We'll extend the legs out in front of us and just warm up the lower parts of our body. That's good. You need one at home.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit on
No, don't sit on the floor at home. Do you know why it is? It's because it raises your hips.
I believe I've got no pain.
That's wonderful. Yeah. When you sit on those cushions, you're raising your hips over your knees. Yeah. You're elongating through your spine, and the pelvis is tilted gently and the hips are over the knees. So. That's why Paula designed them. Paula designed these cushions. So. Yeah, she has. Yeah, they're hers. Okay, lovely. So just stretching your legs out, I like to just walk the pads of my buttocks out to the side so you can feel your sit bones connect to the mat even more so. And then we're just, as we did with our fingers, we're going to stretch through the toes, open and close them, and just feel whatever we feel, pointing and then flexing, pointing again, flex. Just gives us a little moment just before we start our practice of body awareness. And then one foot over the other, we'll just rotate a few times each direction. And other foot. And the other way a few times. Lovely. Okay, right knee. So hands under the thigh. And then just gently moving that knee joint. And just, how is it feeling today? Is it clicky, cracky? Or is it a nice fluid movement? Okay, popping the foot down, we'll place the hands around the shin, lifting the foot away, and then just making little circles as if you're stirring a pot, warming up your hip joint. All these movements are part of a series called Paramuktasana 1. And they are anti-rheumatic movements. So let's just go the other direction a few times. You're warming up all of your joints and also bringing your awareness to each part of your body. Lovely. So left leg first with the knee, so hands under the shin. And then again, just a gentle movement. It hasn't got to be a high lift to the leg. You're just feeling into the joint, warming it up. Okay, and then hands around the shin, we'll lift the foot away and just some circles. And the other direction a few times. Lovely. If you can bring the soles of your feet together, we'll just come into just a restful butterfly for a moment, just nothing too strenuous. Just let the legs hang out to the side, try and release into the inner thighs and the calf muscles. Take a few deep breaths, maybe close your eyes. Notice what you feel, where you feel it. Okay. So lifting up, we'll just cross our legs if you can. And because some of you can't come on knees yet, we'll just do a seated cat-cow flex. Just resting hands on the knees. Inhale forwards. Exhale, leaning back, just curling into the spine. I just want you to feel how it feels throughout the lumbar spine, the mid-spine, the upper back. Okay, let's start to rotate clockwise. So just gently start to feel a little bit of a stretch through the sides of your body. You can close your eyes here if you want to and tune in and just go within a little bit. Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in the lower back? Is it one side more than the other? Let's go the other way a few times. Nice, lovely little roll of our belly. Okay, coming to a stillness. Okay, so we're just coming to a gentle twist, lovely tall spine. Hand onto left knee and just take your left hand behind you. Just a gentle glance over your shoulder, nothing intense. We're just still warming up through our body. Notice where your breath goes. And then other side. Doesn't matter which way you go, we're doing both sides, that's fine. Okay, coming back to the front and a nice little side stretch now. So right hand just on your mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale as you lean over. Feeling this lovely stretch in the side of your waist. This stimulates your gallbladder meridian. And then other side. Okay, lovely. So, I'd like to do the kneeling sun salutation. Jackie, you probably won't be able to do this. So just leave this one out, join in with something else. So coming onto your knees. Sheila, have you done this? It's a little kneeling sun salutation. It's very gentle. Okay, I'll show you a new little version. So if you're not feeling particularly active, like you want to do lots of sun salutations or anything, this is a lovely little version. We'll just do 2 rounds of it. Okay, so bring hands to heart center. Deep breath in. I'll count through. 1. Raise the arms. 2. Salute the sun. 3, just kneeling back. And then 4, coming onto all fours. 5, lift your left arm and your right leg, so opposite arms and legs. And lower. And then other side. And then lower. And then we just kneel back. Lift up. Salute the sun. And hands back to our hearts. I think of it as like the baby version. Baby sun salutation. We'll do that one more time just to get a little bit of movement. When we come into the spread of the arm and the legs, maybe we'll just pause momentarily. Just notice how you feel balanced. If you need to take a little bit of width between the knees and the hands, then that's fine. Okay, so deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, and 4, onto all fours. Okay, opposite arm and leg. 5, 6, lower. 7, opposites. 8, lower. 9, just kneeling back. 10, lifting up. 11, salute the sun. And 12, hands back to heart. Lovely. Okay. So we'll come to standing. I'd like to just take the body into a forward stretch just to start with. And if you need to hold on to anything that you need to, then please do. Okay, so inhale, take arms up. And exhale, forward fold. This is always lovely just before we come into any practice, just to stretch through your spine. Bend your knees gently if you need to. And just hang like a rag doll for a moment. You can nod your head yes. And shake your head no a few times. Trying to release through the arms. And just take a couple of deep breaths into the belly and feel the openness in your lower back. When you're ready, we'll inhale and roll up slowly, stacking our vertebrae one at a time. Roll your shoulders. Okay, so I would like to come into tree pose. If you're feeling wobbly or unstable in any way, just come near to the wall, have something that you're holding with one hand. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so we'll start. Just opening in Tadasana. Okay. And just lean into your toes. Lean back into your heels for a moment. And just side to side. Just briefly. Just feel that real centre point for your centre of gravity. And then we're going to take the weight into the right leg and lift the left. If you are most comfortable keeping that heel to your ankle and the toes on the floor, That's absolutely fine. And then we can play with the idea of the toes coming up if you wish, until you feel steady. Or you can just bring the foot below the knee or above the knee if you're feeling inclined. Focus on a point on the wall behind me or a knot in the wood, what we call drishti. And just let your concentration gaze here. It's fine if you do need to keep putting the foot down. Okay, and release. Give your legs a little shake. And then left leg, let's just explore here. Okay. So just find your steadiness, spread your toes, just feel that groundedness into the body. When we come into this pose, just have a lovely tall lift of the spine. Notice if you're slouching. And then coming up if you want to. Don't worry if your foot wobbles, it's absolutely fine. Trees sway, so do we. It's all about just finding stillness. Can you focus on your breath? Lovely, and release. Well done. We were better this week. We had a few wobblers last week, didn't we? Quite a few wobblers. Okay, lovelies. We'll come into Earth Sequence because this is a nice one to do. Have you done Earth Sequence before, Sheila? Yeah. You have done that. Okay, lovely. It is a really nice, gentle one. Okay, so just coming to the left side of your mat. We'll do one of these rounds and then we'll lie down. So, Dot, you could probably do some of the arm bits.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to, only if you wanted to. Yeah, okay. Inhale. Exhale. Linking the fingers together, breathe into the throat. Exhale. Arms forwards. Then round and down. We do this 3 times. Notice your breath. Notice how it feels to stretch your arms out wide. And right foot to the side. We come into a gentle squat here, only coming down as far as you can. Just bend into the knees. If that's as far as you can go, that's fine. If you can come all the way down, great. Inhale, arms forwards, round and down. Breathing in and squatting. Forwards, round and down. As the arms come up to the ceiling, we're going to turn to our right. The right leg is lengthened and the left leg is slightly bent beneath you. Bring the arms in front. Breathe in, bring the hands to your chest. Exhale, the palms turn away. Inhale, leaning back, and then arms round and down. Breathing into heart. Exhale, forwards. Leaning back. Arms round and down to in front. 3rd time, breathe into heart center. Palms turn away, breathe out. Leaning back, the arms come up, and then we turn to the other side. Left leg is lengthened in front of you, right leg slightly bent. Breathe in. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, back, arms up. Round and down. Breathe in. Notice how your weight feels and your balance, leaning from one leg to the other. 3rd time. And then coming back to face the front. This last part is where we come into forward fold. So we've already brought our body forward once already. So exhale as you come down, coming from your hips, not your waist. Gently breathe in when you're ready to come up. Slight engagement in your core. Last time. Release what you don't want to hold on to anymore. Gently coming up. Bringing your right foot to meet your left and hands to heart center. Just close your eyes for a moment if that feels safe. Push the thumbs to your heartbeat. And just notice the gentle pitter-patter of that little internal heart beating away. Okay, when you're ready, let's open our eyes. Come down to the mat. Take a moment into Shavasana. Just lie down and noticing how you feel. We've done a few movements. A gentle baby sun salutation, tree pose to explore the balance between the left and the right parts of our body, Ida and Pingala. And then a lovely earth sequence is wonderful for root energy and your heart energy. Try to relax your buttocks, relax your lower back. Soften through your legs and your forearms and your wrists. And just notice if your face is tight around the eyes or the cheeks or the jaw. And maybe gently you start to feel a little shift through your back and it softens. So we'll gently bring the knees in. Draw the right knee in first, then the left knee, and we're going to come into bridge. Have a moment to rock. Just roll in a few circles. In each direction, just connecting back with your body and how it feels after some gentle movement. So bring your feet to the mat. Knees are bent. Feet are about hip distance apart and close to the buttocks. So palms face down at the side of the body. We're going to just come up and down in a lovely flow. So tuning in with the inhale and the exhale, our breath. Nothing too intense, but you'll feel a lovely strength through your buttocks, through your thighs, through your lower back. Okay. Before we move, just very gently engage into the lower abdominal muscles and pull in gently on your pelvic diaphragm. When you're ready, breathing in now, pushing through the heels, coming up. A nice gentle bridge, Setu Bandhasan. When you're ready to exhale, just start to roll down from the upper body, allowing your mid-spine, lumbar spine to connect, and then just rolling out the tailbone. You'll feel your lumbar just lift away from the mat. Okay, and again, so pushing up through the heels. Have that awareness of the feet being connected to your mat. On your exhale, roll down. I'd like you to feel like every vertebrae you can feel connecting back to the mat. And again, pushing up as we inhale. And we roll down as we exhale, like a wave rolling up the shore. Just feel that lovely flex into the spine. One more time, just coming up. And rolling down, each vertebrae giving a little kiss to the mat. Okay, extend your legs out into Shavasana just for a moment. That very, very gentle movement. You'll still feel a lovely little bit of energy moving through the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings. Perhaps a little bit of vital chi and prana moving in the pelvis area and the lower belly. Bridge pose is really lovely for your solar plexus, your heart. Being on the ground, it's a very grounding pose for root energy. So just have a few moments, just observing how you feel. And then we'll draw the knees in. So right knee, then left knee. Always do it that way round because it follows the line of the large intestine. Have a little rock. Just roll in a few directions. And then we'll come into a lying spinal twist. So another gentle practice. So come back into that same position where we had the feet close to the buttocks, about hip distance apart. And then just extend your arms out level with your shoulders. Only going as far into this as you wish. Notice any sensation as you come into this twist. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just start to drop the knees towards the right. And then breathe in, bring the knees back up to center. And then as you exhale, start to drop the knees to the left. And we're going to come into this nice sort of flow like windscreen wipers. Breathe in up, exhale to the other side. Breathe in up. And this is a really lovely movement for your lower spine. One side, you might come down a bit further than the other. So just observe any differences, imbalances in the body, where you feel the stretch through your waist. You can turn to look in the opposite direction to the knees if you wish, just to enhance the twist through the whole spine. So just come to your left side one more time so that we end on an even movement. And then just coming with your back up to center, just extend your legs out into Shavasana. You can bring the arms down to the side of the body. And again, just take a moment to notice where the energy now feels like it's buzzing. There's a bit of a warmth, perhaps higher up your back. That lumbar section of your body. If you need to wag your tail or rock your pelvis a few times, then you can do, just to find neutral spine. Lovely movement for keeping the health of the vertebrae, the cartilage, the nervous system. So gently, let's draw the knees in to chest, one at a time. Take a few moments to rock. And we'll come up to seated for some seated postures. We're going to take a nice gentle practice today. I know some of you are tired, some of you need to observe your body. Let's come into butterfly. So the three versions of butterfly with the bolster. You can have the bolster here and rest your forehead. This is nice and restorative. Sheila, if you're more comfortable seated, or you can be on your cushion if you want to, whichever you prefer for butterfly. That's okay. Or sometimes it's nice just to rest the bolster across the feet. Or the one that I know you all love, because it's very, very gentle on the back, is to pop it underneath the legs, and then we can come into... Try all of them. If you've not tried them before, it's quite nice to just see how they all feel. Does that feel... Are you on your moon cushion, Dot?
Yes.
Yes.
Done it this
No,
way.
like Sheila's done it, so that might be more comfortable for your hips.
Yes.
Yeah. There's lots of ways with all these yoga props for us to adapt and enjoy how it feels in the body. So just soften into this. We'll go a little bit more yin style, a bit more restorative. And in the yin style, we tend not to talk as much. We have a little bit more quiet time to observe the breath and what you're feeling. Relax your head and your shoulders. Take the awareness into the lower back and the breath. Just rotate your awareness around your body a little bit more. Where else can you soften? Is there a little bit more give around your neck and shoulders? Can you loosen your cheekbones, cheeks, jaw? Let's just take 3 breaths together. So let's follow a lovely deep inhale down to belly, up to chest. Exhale. And again, inhale, feel the breath and the movement in your body. Exhale. And again. How many of you could stay here? No. Some of you, yes, some of you, no. We'll gently come out. Take a moment lying back on your mat. If you're in Rowena, if you're in that pose and it doesn't agree, just come out. Just lie down.
Yeah, no, it's all right, but I wasn't as comfortable as I thought.
No, that's fine. If you find that, normally I can do this, but today it doesn't feel right, just always come out. Come out a little bit earlier than all the rest of us.
I can't believe you're right. I've got no pain sitting on this place.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah, but I don't normally sit on the floor.
No.
Yeah, I know, you sit on a chair. Yeah. I can't believe it. I'm absolutely...
This is good, because actually if you had one at home and you did need some light relief, you could just do this. So, yeah. Well, however you want to sit, lie down, just take a few moments here and we'll just observe how that feels in the body. How does it feel in the lower back? Can you feel that stretch? Does it feel a bit tight still? Just take some deep breaths. Have the opportunity to talk to your body, understand the inner dialogue. If your body could talk back to you in sort of a childlike conversation, what would it be saying? What would it want? What would it need? I know that sometimes sounds silly, but you never know. You might have that light bulb moment of a way of healing, a way of adjusting yourself in some way. Let's draw knees in, one at a time. Take a little rock. So another lovely restorative one that I know that we all like to do is the one where I think we did it probably last week, but it's nice to return to these, especially as we have all the props in the studio, where we have the moon cushion and the bolster. If you all come up to seated, I'll show you. Okay, so we create a little bit of a wedge and we sit on the end. So the whole idea is that we sort of start off sitting at the end, but when we lie back, you might have to shuffle yourself down a little bit so that your head and your neck are supported. Okay, so lying back, as long as you are very supported by the back of the bolster for your neck and your head. I like to have my knees bent here because if you stretch your legs out, I feel like it pulls on your lumbar spine a little bit too much. So knees bent, I rest my knees together. My feet can come wide if that feels more supportive. And then arms can be wherever you'd like them to be, either by your side or you can take them slightly wider. And this is lovely to open through your chest and your heart. A really lovely restorative pose that I would say is one of my favourites. Just let your eyelids close. See if you can relax into your body. Notice where you're still holding tightness. So often we are hunched forward, curled forward in the body. And this pose just encourages the muscles in the front of the body to expand and stretch where they're often contracted. And the back, which is often stretched, to contract. It's a lovely heart opener. Notice if you're tense in your buttocks or your thighs, and just seeing if you can soften. If you want to raise your arms over your head, then you can see how that feels, and to get a little bit of a stretch through the side of your body. If that doesn't feel very nice, you can just bring them back down to the side of your body. Come into cactus arms just momentarily for a lovely stretch through the top of the chest. Whatever feels nice, just explore. Again, just come back to your body. Notice if you've created tension in certain parts, and just see if you can relax again. The body is very sneaky at creating tension in places you've relaxed. So just follow your breath. So who likes this pose?
Yeah.
Is this a winner? There's no one that doesn't like it. Good. I think the more...
It's not as good as Shavasana.
Not as good as Shavasana, okay. Don't worry, we'll be coming to that one. Okay. So as we did with butterfly, let's just take 3 conscious breaths together. So inhale, really follow your breath in your body. And then exhale, and just notice where you feel it. And again. The movement in your shoulders, the very subtle movement through the arms perhaps. And then we will gently and slowly come out. Lift your head first. Use your arms just to support yourself coming up into an upright position. And just roll everything away. We'll come into Shavasana just to reset the spine. Keep your blankets or your moon cushion handy, because we will raise the legs in a moment. But just for a moment, just come down. Just feel whatever you feel, wherever you feel it. And relax.
I'm cold.
Are you cold?
Before is.
Oh, maybe they've not had the heating on. I don't know how that works. Not long now. One more pose and then you can all get cosy under your blankets. Just feel, and again, even though I do say feel what you feel in the body, but feel the temperature around you. Feel any tingling through your body where the prana or the chi is just moving through energy channels. Feel the energy around the head, whether you came into the class with a heady sort of energy or whether it feels lighter. Where do you feel more spacious in your body? Gently, when you're ready, bring the knees into chest And then we're going to come into legs up the wall, or waterfall pose, as I like to call it in yin. So just have a nice little rock to start with, and then either your cushion, the moon cushion, or the blanket that if you have handy and rolled, just lift up your buttocks and your hips, wedge it underneath, and we'll raise the legs up. It's so either the moon cushion or or shoulder stand. If you want to come into shoulder stand, that's lovely. Any kind of inversion at the end of your practice is really nice. You don't have to lift your legs if you don't feel like you want to. You could just raise the hips, come into a supported bridge. You choose. But inversion at the end of practice is lovely to allow the heart to rest, the fluids through the body to drain back to the heart. It's definitely a pose I always like to come to the end of a practice with. And if you do turn yourself upside down, whether you're in headstand, shoulder stand, it does allow us to see the world from a different perspective. Very good for your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown. So just draw your awareness to your breathing and the pattern of your breath. Whether your breath feels laboured, deep or shallow, or whether it feels good to fully breathe and be conscious. Just witness your thoughts for a few moments. See if you can remain aware of the thoughts that you're having right now. How long it takes you for the thought to take you off onto a tangent where you're unaware of you thinking the thought that you're thinking. So just have another breath or two. And we'll slowly bend at the knees, coming out of the position that you've come into, nice and slowly. Take a moment into Shavasana. And again, just enjoy being in the body. I'd like to come up and do a breathing practice before we lie down fully. We'll come into nadi shodhana. So when you're ready, just bring your knees into chest, come into a seated position onto your cushions, if that is most comfortable. Alternate nostril breath. Very, very calming for the body and nervous system. If you're ever feeling stressed or anxious, this is a wonderful practice to come into. So I like to teach it the hands-free version. So we'll bring the backs of our hands to our thighs. Just come into the most comfortable position. If you need to extend your legs, you can. Close your right hand, all the fingers to the thumb, and then left hand is open. Just let the eyelids close for a moment and breathe. So with the left hand open, this is reflective of the left nadi, ida, being open and the breath into the left nostril. Notice if it feels free-flowing or it's laboured in any way. And then we'll close the left hand and just open the right, just swap over. And just explore how Pingala, the right nadi, feels to breathe. You might notice it feels just sort of slightly more blocked or just different in some way. Okay, close the right hand. We're going to open the left and we'll start. I'll talk you through Nadi Shodhana a few rounds. So breathing in with the left hand open. Close. Open the right hand, exhale. With the right hand open, inhale. Then close. Open the left hand, exhale. That's one round. So in the left. Close. Open the right. Exhale. Breathe in. Close the right hand. Open the left. So just carrying on a few more rounds. Draw your awareness to your third eye, Ajna chakra, between your brows. And just flow with your breath. You might notice that your exhale starts to lengthen ever so slightly. And there may be a very gentle pause between your breaths. Witness your thoughts. And then on your next exhale through the left hand, you can just release this practice. You can just gently blink the eyes open. Come into Shavasana. If that is the most comfortable position for you to relax. Use your bolsters. Use your blankets over you. Just get lovely and cozy. We're going to have time to relax now. So if you want to put on socks and clothing, so just have a few moments to just become quiet. And rather than talk through a meditation, this one's for Dot because I know that she loves this one the most. I'm just going to play the Om Namah Shiva mantra, which is beautiful. You can sing along in your mind. It's a lovely repeat mantra, very healing. But I know that sometimes listening to things in relaxation takes the mind Om Namah Shiva. As you listen to the mantra a little bit longer, notice what it conjures up for you in your mind. Notice how relaxed and peaceful you are. Just being aware if anything feels relieved, feels better from your practice. Notice your breath, whether it's lovely and gentle and soft. Just follow your thoughts. Just noticing if the heart feels open. So very gently, there is no rush. There's still time for you to rest, but just start to wiggle fingers and toes. Notice your breath. Maybe take a few deep breaths into the belly, allowing the breath to move up into the chest. Feeling good. I'd like you to all just repeat to yourselves in your mind, all is well, all is well, all is well. Notice if you're ready to come back into your day or actually a little bit reluctant, quite happy where you are. Aware of your internal battery, whether you're a little bit more charged up, replenished. So just starting to stretch a little bit more now, maybe taking the arms overhead, full body stretch. Maybe roll the shoulders even while you're lying down on the mat. Rocking the head from side to side. And then in your own time, coming up to seated, just take your time, there's no rush. We will chant our 3 Oms. Have a few moments just to come back from your possibly slumber. Let's bring our hands to Chin Mudra. 3 Oms. As we Om, we'll feel the lovely vibration in our throat, in our chest. Draw the awareness to the third eye as we Om, and then after the Om, there's the fourth part, which is the silence, and the crown is where we rest our attention. So just take your eye, drop your eyelids closed. We'll take a deep breath in. Just draw your awareness to the crown. And then we can bring the palms together. Rub the palms so that you feel heat. Warm palms, hot palms. And then bring the palms over the eyes. Gently start to blink and let the light through. Part the fingers, and then we'll bring the hands back to our heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, my lovelies. Hope you enjoyed it.